Here today finna holler at the boy Mayor Tae. He came to Sam boxing gym. We'll all go down there, get this candid conversation. I'm sweating watching. I used to be this good. I just shit. You can literally feel the fucking power through the motherfucking bag, bro. This shit is crazy. It's crazy. If he miss, I'm suing him. Y'all know what happened. Y'all heard what happened. Y'all seen what happened. This is season 3, episode 12 of the podcast Heat Check, but the third installation of this nightlife edition shit I've been doing. And so far we didn't heard from Bean Sun Toy representative Dion, who's also a promoter in the city of Chicago. The second installation we heard from the prototype, Deshaun. And we begin to dig deeper into the science of how the nightlife really go in Chicago. I keep telling y'all this like a secret society. You know what I'm saying? It's a close-knit circle, you know what I'm saying? But it's comprised up of the who's, you know what I'm saying, inside of our city. So we touching on some of the major players that's in our city. And one thing that was unanimous between the first two guests is that whenever you throwing a major party in the city of Chicago, not only must you have reputable security, they were persistent on saying you got to have my next guest and his company, and that will be my boy, Mayor Tae. What's the word?
What up, though, man? Happy to be in the building.
So I'm saying, like, anytime we talk to somebody in the nightlife, bro, like, your name is synonymous with this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Dion mentioned on you damn near becoming the next top promoter of the city, and then Deshaun doubled back like, fuck all the bullshit, check the stats, check the numbers, check the records. If you want to have a successful night, a safe night, get your money and go home, you got to have Mayor Tae and Source One Security. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
I'm gonna just say this, man. The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding, man. You can talk about like what they say, what the saying go. Women lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie, man.
Numbers don't lie.
You could hate, you could sneak this, you could paint whatever picture you want to paint, man. But when it all boils down to it, 10 years as the top dogs in the city, and we have left unscathed every single time.
10 years.
10 full seasons.
10 fucking years. That's a long time, big dog.
At the top.
You say unscathed. Undefeated. All parties successful. Great time had.
Everybody get home.
Okay. I don't know if y'all saw the first episode. Like, to be completely honest, Tae was our first motherfucking guest on the show ever when we started having guests and shit. You know what I'm saying? But for those of y'all that just not jumping on the bandwagon, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How did you start in this shit? In order to have a 10-year run as successful as you had, where did you begin at with this shit?
Man, truth be told, I started when I was like 18, came on the scene, filled in for somebody, for my boy T-Rex. I mean, learned.
Shout out Rex.
Shout out Rex, who was a very big influence on how I handle stuff. And man, I started working for somebody, man, working, learning, listening. I've always been a natural leader. Cream gonna always rise to the top. Mm-hmm. Seeing how I can do this, built my team, built my company, then built my brand, and then just kicked down every door and stood on it. Stood on everything. Got my own spots, got my own contracts, built my own team organically. Mm-hmm. I didn't pull from this person.
So you didn't poach.
I didn't poach. I didn't pull. Yeah, I didn't poach. Yeah. See, I was gonna be the first person to do it organically. Everybody want to reuse and recycle security in the city because there's not that many good ones.
But let me interject right quick. Could it be that they want to reuse and recycle those that you have trained because of?
It happens every day, all day. I get calls almost every day about, can we get this guy over here? No, because it ain't under my umbrella. I'm not gonna put 1 or 2 good guys over there with 6 or 7 I'm not gonna call them bad, not properly trained guys. Just mediocre, whatever you want to call it. What's crazy, I just got offered some real money to go train a whole entire different security team in the city.
So somebody shot you an offer to come over there and create a clone, basically, of.
They wanted to know why it worked for me so good. So they wanted to know what did I do differently? What am I doing with my team and my guys and my staff that they not doing? So they like, man, we'll give you X amount of dollars to come show us how it's done.
So what are you doing that's so different?
Man, it's just,
what's the formula?
Proper preparation, man. We never go into a spot blind. I know everything about every spot that I go into. My team is I don't want to call myself a perfectionist, but it might be another word for it, but when I think of it, it's called anal, right? I'm anal when it comes to how stuff need to be done. If this your spot, stay on your spot. If this how we closing out,
obsessive compulsive.
I'm obsessive compulsive disorder to that, right? I gotta have it done right, man. In any business endeavor, I got a couple people who could really vouch for that. It gotta be done right, because one chink in the armor, the whole army go down, man. The whole ship sink. One hole in the ship sink. So I pride myself on just, man, being well versed, man, having my people well trained, standing on them, never getting lax, because in the city you get lax for half a second. So, that's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? So
how do you balance the personalities of so many people though?
Can't play favors, man. That's big. And you got to know what mix, man. Like I say, 10 years at the helm of this monster, because what it became was a monster.
Huge.
Massive. So 10 years at it, I got pretty good at knowing what blends and how to blend and who works well where and who's strong here and who's not. It's a balancing act, and it's a continuous balancing act. And
so there's no break from it at all.
No, man.
On duty and off duty.
I hope people don't sit here and watch this and think that I'm only at work during club hours. That's the dumbest shit I can ever think that they can think, because I'm not. It's all day. So so a party is set in motion. A promoter, you know what I'm saying? A promoter, so the party is set. They reach out to you for protection of the party. What's your next step in preparing you and your team for that particular event, for that party, whatever's going on? Very first thing first, I got to see the spot. Because promoters by default are there to maximize their profits, right? So every single promoter, and I mean, maybe except for one, will say, I need 5 guys, when in reality you need probably double that because of just the layout, right? So I got to see the spot, because when I walk the spot, I got to see how many doors, how many breaches can it be, how many doors lead to the streets, how many spots, because each post has to cover a range, and each range ideally should overlap and to maximize the overall floor being secure. So you got to see that. How many floors is it? People don't even know it's an actual science to how many patrons per square feet per guard it should be, which is an actual legal thing behind it. No one even gets that deep. Of course, I know what it's supposed to be. Is it followed? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be in that area of as much as possible within the budget, because I always respect the promoters, because they got to make their money too, and especially the ones that want to give dope experiences and not just trying to throw super hood ghetto ass shit that can go up anytime. People who want to give experience, I'll work with you. I say, all right, we'll do this, but it got to be this many, and they got to have this personnel. That's first. I got to see the spot, and then we talk personnel. The personnel, if we can't agree on that, then I'll bow out, which I have done much more than I've taken. Yeah. You know, I've turned down more work than people have ever been offered.
Now, is that because of a safety assessment or risk, or just because the pay didn't match? You know,
a little bit of both. A couple of things I always tell my team: I wouldn't send y'all nowhere that I won't go stand myself. That's one. 2, if you are adamant on a smaller number to increase your bottom line, we won't work. I'm not a budget business. I'm not a budget company. I'm probably, and that's crazy, I'm going to repeat this because it still stands true. I did a sit down with Fuck Fame Dave.
Shout out to Dave.
Yeah, shout
Chicago
out Fuck Fame Dave.
And Fuck Fame.
Yeah, Chicago Dave. I did a sit down with Chicago Dave during the pandemic, and I said this exact phrase that I'm about to say. I'm probably the highest price nightlife company there is. To this day. That was years ago, and still to this day.
The highest price nightlife company there is.
Hospitality security company. That's what it's referred to.
Hospitality security company.
So, and then what's crazy, and that was 3 years ago, and this is now, and I can still stand true to that because I know what everybody make, and I know who's getting what and who's paying who what. And explain to me why I'm the highest price but still the highest requested. I'm not a budget company, but the proof, let the work speak for itself.
Right back to the.
Let the work speak for itself.
Yeah. So, you touched about promoters maximizing their budget and this XYZ. Deshaun made a statement. He said he's seen promoters try to skimp on security to pay the DJ.
That's true. That's why I said, when I said that statement, I said maybe except for one, he was who I was referring to. He has never given me any backlash on what's needed, and that's why Deshaun parties have been successful throughout the years. And it's a couple other ones.
But why is that the thing, though? Like why? So again, another, and this is crazy, all within this week. So I heard another statement this week as well that was oh so true. Would that be, piggybacking on that, would that be the case? Why? So the statement was security is the hardest worked and least paid in the whole nightlife industry. Why is that?
It's always been considered the grunt work.
Yeah. It's
always been considered the grunt work. I did my very, very best to change that, and I did. Yeah. I took security from the lowest, well, my team specifically, but by me creating that comp, that number, I have increased it citywide.
Yeah.
See, every security, Mr. Off-Brand, Joe, Jim, whoever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Whatever,
got to have this number
whatever
coming
Rinky
in
Dink team
it's the new standard.
Now it's the new standard.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because that happened, right? That happened like maybe a year and a half ago it happened. I had then increased my number again because I could never let the standard catch up to me.
Absolutely.
I'm not the standard.
Yeah.
So I said I have increased wages throughout the city. I got a lot of people who should be thankful. Should be. And I'm not even talking about my guys. I'm talking about
it's security.
Security in Chicago, period.
For the standard.
Yeah.
So why isn't there a union for what it is the industry does as far as security go? Why are they bombing the totem pole? Why are they not taking more serious? I always say you never hear about a promoter getting hurt, about a girl getting hurt, a bartender getting hurt, a owner getting hurt. It's always, and we've lost a couple of guardians of the nightlife this year, man. Rest in peace to them. Why is it always?
Rest in peace to them for sure.
We take the brunt of the work, but even from the people that's paying us, not just you, but as far as certain promoters and certain owners, why do they not understand the need for the ticket to match the assessment?
I mean, it's just how it's been for the longest you can. I mean, it's just how it's been. It's going to be hard to change something that's been like that for that long. So as long as partying been partying, and it's not just Chicago, everywhere. You should hear some of the wages in other places. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Chicago got an edge because of the stigma attached to the city as far as danger and all that. But you go to some other places, man, we'd laugh at what they make. You know what I'm saying? When I had a brief stint where I wanted to get started.
In Miami, I saw what they like.
Yeah,
like,
I had a brief stint where I thought about transitioning into Atlanta, and I found out what the wages, the standard was. I'm like, I can't.
It don't make no sense.
I couldn't do this. I only see how they doing it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I didn't do it. I mean, it's just how it is, man. Short answer is that I don't know because that's been how it is.
Right.
It's been an accepted standard for so long. It's almost like slavery. People say, well, why didn't we fix slavery sooner? It's hard. It's just, it was a standard. You know what I'm saying? It's what it was. Are we on the right track to kind of matching what we deserve now? Yeah. But I think it'll still be another long time coming
before
it's really like, because some of these dudes really stand out there and really put their life out there, especially in Chicago, especially at some of these venues that can really like go up at a moment's notice. You know what I'm saying? That's tough.
Is it fair to say this? The clubs are now the streets in one building?
Now it's been like that. I said that years and years and years. I also said that on Chicago Dave when we sat down, and it's crazy we touching on the same points. Absolutely, the streets and the clubs are one and the same. One and the same. Catch a nigga that owe you some money in the club, the op, such and such. Especially now, downtown, especially because now it's people are transitioning downtown. People who never came downtown ever in their life starting to sniff out downtown because it's a little bit safer. It's a little bit more control. They might can slip in and have a good time before the op catch them. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, and now it's getting worse because of it. Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Deshaun, and that's a great transition into that was gonna be my next thing. Why don't the city of Chicago want the Black Urban Party downtown?
Hey man, one thing I ain't gonna do is miss my words. Niggas gotta blame themselves, man.
Absolutely.
Niggas gotta blame themselves. Let me tell you something. And when I listened to that with Deshaun, and I was screaming through the phone when I watched it.
Why don't the city of Chicago want us downtown? We'll say us.
I'm gonna say this: we have been openly invited, and we have openly overstayed our welcome by some of the actions that we have displayed once we have been invited in their house.
Because Deshaun wanted to tiptoe around what's really, he put his big toe in the water, but he didn't really put his whole foot. He really should have said, man, niggas will fuck shit up. Period. Niggas ruin everything. Niggas burn every goddamn thing they touch. And let me, because I was reading through some of the comments when Chicago Media Takeout put it up. I'm not saying black people. There's any black person in the world know the difference between a black person and a nigga. Everybody know that. Little man with the face tattoos down here with the shiesty, with 12 of his guys trying to, man, what the fuck? Y'all ain't looking to party. Y'all not looking to party. Y'all don't even want to party. His attitudes all bad, high, rolling, whatever they own. You know what I'm saying? Off the shit.
Side note, so Chicago Media Takeout posted a clip, but before then sparked a citywide debate asking the city of Chicago to rate the Chicago nightlife 1 to 10. And inside these comments, they scorched the nightlife with -5s and -3s and had the most outlandish as negative things to say about the nightlife in Chicago. And so that's why I pretty much asked that question, like, you know what I'm saying, like, why don't, but one thing I kept seeing, man, in that comment section was people that were exactly the problem.
The enablers.
You feel what I'm saying?
Enablers.
You could tell who, you know what I'm saying, who it.
You can tell people who ain't, you can tell the people who can't accept the truth.
Yeah.
The people who like, well, they got all these different stereotypes. No shit. We doing it.
Yeah.
We are doing it. Do you wonder why somebody clutched their purse or locked their door when look, I always say Lil Man because I think that's just a ghetto name. When Lil Man them walking past, because Lil Man don't put them out their car. That's what they on. That's what they down there doing.
In downtown Chicago.
Downtown has turned into Little Haiti or Flint, Michigan, whatever you want to call it, or Roseland or whatever, you know what I'm saying, 79th, whatever you want to call it, because that's what they own. I hate when people refuse to accept what's really going on. Or I see people call what they say, Uncle Tom. Yeah. What? Yeah. Or you just oblivious and not willing to accept what's really going on?
Yeah.
Don't be stupid, man. Don't be that guy who won't accept accountability for your nephew or your little cousin out there doing the shit.
Right.
Or you.
That's what I say. Nigga, I'm finna get a t-shirt that just posed the question, are you a part of the problem? Are you a part of the problem?
And everybody who's saying, well, they don't want us down, or I seen some comments where they come up with all these different rules and dress code. No shit. Mm-hmm. And I ain't gonna lie.
What's the purpose of the dress code?
It's a deterrent. In reality, it's a deterrent. Don't get me wrong. The original purpose of a dress code was because they wanted people to wear certain shit inside their club. That was back then when the clubs were meant to be dressed up to go to. You don't see nobody coming out with a blazer no more with the fly kicks. Now you can wear Jordans. Now you can wear You know, you can wear jeans. Back then you couldn't do that. Even when I started 14 years ago, you had to dress up. Now it's been more relaxed because that's the way the city has went. So now the new purpose of the dress code is just a systematic deterrent. And people get mad. So obviously I'm on the forefront of probably every major urban party, especially downtown.
For sure.
And those policies are implemented everywhere, especially the spots that I got. And people, you should see the type of people that get mad because there's a policy that says no face tattoos, right? The first thing people say is discrimination. I'm a suit. Well, try it. Well, that's not even the correct word, but people don't know shit. But how can you get mad at somebody who owns something and carry?
You to dress a particular type of way.
Not even just dress, but hold on. They carrying a $20 million property because some of those buildings down there are that much, or if they they carrying a $45,000 a month mortgage or whatever, right? And they got all this overhead, and one of their rules is no face tattoos. People get mad about that and say, that's first of all, I'm gonna just speak on my opinion.
Please.
They got nothing to do with how you feel about your shit. I think you a stupid motherfucker to tattoo your face. Anyway, especially niggas who got them all over.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
And if that's that place's policy, like Steak 48 and like Maestro's and everywhere else, that's their policy. Black people are the only people who try to bulldoze or bum rush their way into places that they don't even, that they breaking the policy of. Policy is policy. If you don't like the policy, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
If the policy, I mean, what the fuck? Did nobody tell you to go get your whole shit tatted? Or did nobody tell you to wear a jogging
You also
suit?
got to, you got to be able to accept what come along with having tattoos all over your face.
My
Like
nigga,
it's a
Walmart
two-way
got,
street.
you know what I say to people? I say Walmart has a policy. American Airlines has a policy. I bet you can't get mad at American Airlines for charging you $50 to check your bag. That's their policy. Walmart got a return policy. Like, what the fuck? Everybody got a policy. But for some reason, everybody want to argue with the club's policy. It's a policy.
Is that just here? Because also piggybacking on that, shout out Mo773. He made a post that spoke a lot about it, like as far as like party goers from Chicago will go to a completely different state and be so compliant with all that place's policies, the pricing, the fucking dress code, all that shit. But here in their home state, everything is just too much.
You don't gotta tell me. I've seen it. I've lived it. Bro, it's the realest shit ever. I even commented on that post and said that's the realest shit ever. I've seen these same guys with their chest out to here in Chicago, especially referring to policy or how they want to dress or how they want to come, go to Houston, Miami, Atlanta, and tuck their tail so far fucked in between their legs, you won't even know you won't even think they're there. They'll come, they'll stand in line, they'll fucking dress how they supposed to dress. They're gonna do everything they gotta do. They're gonna get in there and shut the fuck up. But it's a comfort thing / fear thing / I think I'm a somebody in my city entitlement thing.
Yeah.
Because in Chicago, everybody's a somebody. Everybody, don't nobody want to wait in line. They want to dress how they want to dress, and then get mad when you don't want to extend preferential service to them, especially preferential service to them for free. Cool, I will treat you like the VIP you want to be treated like, no problem. But you're gonna pay for it.
So the Tae Tax is not a myth; it's a real thing.
Is that what it's called?
The Tae Tax. You got state tax, you got government tax, and then there's the Tae Tax.
Ain't no secret. You're gonna pay for it. But let me tell you something. It ain't just the Tae Tax, right? Because if you come in during the right time, dress the right way, you're gonna get in. You're exempt. The Tae Tax is for niggas who want to be
special.
important.
If
you want to be important, come pay the tax. That costs money, man. and everybody want to be, come on, bro, I'm this and I'm XYZ. That's cool. You gonna wait like everybody else, or you gonna pay the VIP
like
cost.
everybody else.
Exactly, man. And it's the one thing about the Tae Tax is fair, it's firm, and it's unwavering.
Let's run through the Tae Tax. I'm coming to Bevy.
Oh shit! Don't use Bevy.
I'm coming to Bevy. I'm coming to Bevy to Light Chicago.
Oh man.
Okay. I may be familiar with the dress code. I may not be, but I just know for sure tonight I have to be fresh. I just bought my old lady. So the dress code is heels, right? or wedges, but I just bought her these nice, expensive ass, fat moonwalker looking Balenciaga shoes. I got my fresh G Fazos on.
That's gonna hurt.
I got this this jogging suit. Ooh. Shout out, Scoop Era. I got a Scoop Era jogging suit on to go with the white ones. She had Balenciagas on. And I got the Gucci hat to match the color of the jogging suit and the ones. And I approached Mayor Tae at Bevy. And this is before you even get to the door, before you even get to the line. Run me roughly what my Tae Tax would cost me for wanting to be special, for wanting to break the rules that I know have been in place since the beginning of time.
12 years, them rules been on the wall. 12
And if
years.
I've ever been here, I know what I'm supposed. But tonight, I want to be different.
You want to be special.
I want to be special.
So off the top of my head, what you just
Off
named?
the top,
jogging
I got a jogging suit, full jogging suit. I got Air Force Ones,
the hat.
My chick got on some fat ass moonwalkers.
Right.
What would it run?
You had about 8.
800.
You had about 8.
Before I reached the line to get to the front door to probably pay another $18 to get in that bitch.
You had about 8.
800
to be special. You had about 8.
So do niggas peel that, or or is it a battle?
Every day. You got some. Oh, some niggas don't peel it. The niggas who see I'm glad you brought it up. See, it's the niggas that want to be special, and it's the niggas that really
are special.
That are special. It's the niggas that pay how they weigh or act like they want to pay how they weigh.
Yeah.
The niggas that I got a handful of
real players.
Yeah. That they know, like you say, they know the rules.
Yeah.
They know what's up, and they want to be special. They come with it in hand. Tell you, I know I'm special today.
Yeah. We ain't got to talk about
We ain't got to,
a handshake and a square.
Do you know how often I get I'm talking about my real players now. They're like, oh, Tay, or call me ahead of time and say, yeah, I'm coming from X, Y, and Z. I'm bogus. I'll see you when I get there. And I'm talking about no hassle, right?
Yeah.
We ain't even gonna talk about them because them is the few and far between.
Yeah.
We talking about the ones that want to be special, the pretenders.
Those.
Yeah, we talk. Oh, it's a battle every time, and more often than not, it's gonna end with an argument.
Yeah.
And because you want to be special.
Yeah.
And every single time an argument ensues, it's because you started it, right?
Yeah,
I ain't want to start no argument. You want to be special, knowing the rules, you broke them, then get mad or angry when you don't get your way after the fact. My nigga, you can't get your way.
There's a
this
problem.
ain't Burger King. Now it's a problem. Now it's that bitch ass nigga doing too much.
Right.
Now it's all this. Okay, well, we'll see you.
That infamous term, security do too much. Why is it that we, as a culture of people, as far as this nightlife shit go, why is it that we have a problem with anyone that's in a position of authority to begin with off the bat?
It's a race. It's a systematic issue. I ain't gonna go into 400 years of oppression and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's an authority issue. Period. Any person, more inside of black culture, minority culture, just got a resistance to authority. That's just all it is. Police, security, whatever. It's just they don't like structure, order. It's just a brain thing.
So the thing is, another statement was made while the city gave such negative numbers on the Chicago Media Takeout Post. Is it fair to say though, the problem don't start until they get there?
100%. 100%.
So the promoter creates a vibe. He links up with the owner of a venue. Security is placed intact, and everybody's on one accord, and the doors roll. So before the doors roll, everybody's in harmony. Everybody's in unison. It's all one thing.
Great time.
So realistically, when does the problem begin?
The problem began when Lil Man and them fly in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Track halt, probably stolen. Who knows? Yeah. They want to argue about the front spot because they got to be close to the Blix. They got to argue with the parking attendant because they don't want to pay the price because they want to be special. Remember, but they don't want to pay the price for the front door spot. Then my man and them hop out the stolen track hawk with the faux jogging suits and faux ones and hats and the face hats, the shiesties. It's worse as you can get.
Yeah.
Then Man them come. Keep talking about man them.
Man them.
Man them come
Shout out to man. We don't really want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, man them come to the door and then bam, they meet the force that's gonna stop them from coming to the party. Now man them is upset because man them feel privileged and entitled from whatever block that they don't own nothing on, that they don't own. They're more block, but you don't own a crumb on the block that you can get evicted from at any given moment. So whatever that stems from,
yeah.
and then that's just how it starts. Because it starts when man them roll up. But don't get me wrong, these other 50 people in this line, regular people, folk that's filing in very peacefully and calmly, ready to come in and pay their 10 or 20, whatever it is, and go in and have a drink and have a good time and mingle and maybe meet somebody and enjoy themselves. They seeing this exchange with man now. So guess what that does? It automatically heightens the awareness of the regular party goer.
Energy is contagious.
Energy is, man, I'm not even one of them old asparagus sign, zodiac sign people, right? I don't even believe in energy and mysticism and all. I don't believe in it. I'm a cut and dry type of motherfucker, right? But energy contagious as fuck. One bad apple truly does spoil a bunch. It's been, so, you know, like we go in a club life, one fight on a good night can spiral and spark 2, 3, 4, 5 more in a row.
Absolutely.
It's crazy how it go. Or even one altercation verbally can just change the whole energy of a good time. So of course, you know, it's fail safes and stuff that we handle once we get to that bridge. But it's crazy that you say that because now everybody see these man interactions. Now it's dampening the whole mood, the good vibe. So the party it get bad when man them pull up.
What's wrong with the culture to where when and so this also heightened security or makes your job description that much more difficult when you know man is in the club, but you also know man got about $40,000-$50,000 on his head, but man just can't miss it. Man know he shouldn't be outside at the party, but man decided he wanted to pop out.
Man, we have battled that successfully for years. I ain't gonna name no names, but we have had people with that exact description to the T, more than 40, 50,000 in our events. Let me tell you, ain't nothing like a properly prepared protocol. I have used creative measures, entries and exits, creative tactics to have those people still be able to enjoy themselves within reason, with the right amount of notice, and with the right amount of instruction, and got them home safely every single time. I'm like 20 for 20 with that. And I'm talking about not just one person, a host of them. And I mean from the worst of the worst to, you know, to people who just gotta get got.
But why wouldn't you even just, well, I'm sure some of them have, but why not, because I know your job probably start before, you know, the doors roll as far as knowing who's inside the venue before they get there. Why not ice, man? Because of
the heightened risk. So I'll tell you why. Because clubs are street politics.
Absolutely.
Street politics, right? Now, guess what I can do? And I'm talking about me. I can have that same person we referring to, I can have him stand down 10 out of 10 times. But I got to give him a little too, though. It can't just be all take.
Absolutely.
It's such a give, and that's the balancing act.
Take.
It's such a give and take that because I'm able to holler at that we're gonna call him a man, and got him to enjoy himself. Right, he had the time of his life. I pulled his car to the back. I had somebody pull his car to the back door. I lined him up straight to the E-way. He got home. Tell him drop his pen when he 20 minutes into the E-way. Right, game on. Good day. Now for that, I got a little favor with my man. I can tell him now it ain't his night tonight. But I got or he can't do that he can't do that at my spot. Or he might, the opposition to him might be somewhere where I'm at, and he might be sick. I've had that happen. I've had a situation where Hood Sir A is sitting outside waiting for Hood Sir B to come out. I gotta approach Hood Sir A, and because of that give and take relationship, because of the politics, I'm able to get Hood Sir A to go on about his way. I say, hey man, not here. And Hood Sir A obliges. I've never had, knock on wood, I've never had an instance where somebody didn't respect it. And that ain't just because I'm a big bad wolf. No, I've never approached it.
Is it the respect or the rapport?
It's the both.
Okay.
You got to have both. The respect breeds the rapport.
Okay.
And because of that rapport, I'm able to make that kind of call.
Right.
Whereas the rinky-dink team we was just talking about, they can't. They look him up and down and say, man, if you don't get out of my way, then it's you, then him.
Exactly.
And that's truly how it goes. So to answer your question, you can't always stand on man.
Yeah.
You can't, because then man get the feeling like, man,
I'm taking
it back. What I'm getting out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but when he say, man, you know what? Tae get me to the crib every time I need him and blah, blah, blah this, he fuck with you.
Yeah, I'll stand down and know.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's fucking heavy. Okay,
That's how I go.
With being top dog, man, sometimes we've sat and we've had conversations, and one thing that I think people don't know, that as far as they see a lot of the what they feel like is the ups in the situation, but let's talk about some of the lawsuits that's had to, you know what I'm saying, come from not even the insurance, or just because you are the actual CEO of a company that got policies and things like that had to come from you personally in order to, that some of these other rinky-dink companies might look at you and be envious or whatever the case may be, and don't know, they watch your highlights but don't know your behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? You want to enlighten on some of that shit?
That's the best way to say it, man. So many people see the highlights, right? They see the name, the brand, the money, the blah blah blah, the what I
created.
No, not just what I created, but what I oversee, right? The clubs that I manage, right? They see all the good stuff, right? But they don't know that, like you say, there's an actual business behind the brand, right? There's actual licenses, there's actual insurance, there's actual stuff that has to be handled and have to be maintained, and stuff that costs, and overhead and blah blah blah, and expenses and taxes and everything else. The back office stuff. Nobody see it, nobody care about it, right?
But it absolutely exists.
It absolutely exists, and you take losses like lawsuits, and you have to pay out and settle and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That happens all the time. So people might see the highlights, not knowing you just settled one of your guards' lawsuits for $20,000, $25,000, or I've seen them higher than that, and I've settled them higher than that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get multiple in a month, and it just, man, shit hurt. People say, "Oh man, the money this, the money that," and you know, with the massive team that he commands in the real estate. When I say real estate, I mean the clubs that I oversee. He can make X, Y, and Z. That's true, right? But what about when you got to pay out a large sum of money for one of your guards' incidents, or one of their mishaps, or whatever it may be?
How many strikes do you get on your professional insurance policy?
Two.
So it's no 3 strikes.
2 strikes only.
So if your insurance has to pay out 2 policies, after that, what happens?
So it's 2 occurrences.
2 occurrences.
They pay out 2 occurrences. They drop you, and then they label you uninsurable, and then you're uninsurable for a period of time, and then in Illinois you can't operate without it. So I'll use an example, and I'm not bringing them up in to be negative. I'm gonna just use them as an example because it's happened to them multiple times, like Flea Club.
Right.
So Flea Club has to remain uninsured because they've had as many break-ins, and an insurance company won't insure them. So every loss they take, they feel it in their actual pocket, the owners. Nobody's covering their losses, right? But unlike a security company, a retail store can operate without insurance. It's just up to you to cover your losses.
Yeah.
And a security company cannot. They cannot. We cannot. So
There's too many occurrences where you could be liable for.
Exactly. It's every single time you go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, if you pay out 2 occurrences, the company over. Bye-bye everybody. Bye-bye 45 employees making Christmas for their family.
People, right? The people that who benefit from the umbrella that's been. So when you make decisions and you wake up in the morning every day and you go about your daily business, each decision you make concerning this company basically benefits 45 different households, 45 different families, generate income for a nigga that could be outside, smack you a box off your head, somebody who just got released from the penal system and the world won't give him a chance, and you created a way for him to generate a healthy income and support his household and things of that nature. Shit motherfuckers don't really see or don't really know.
Or care about.
Or care to even know.
That's true, man. I mean, I got people where I got some guards that make $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
I got on average, you know, 50, 60, some high end $70,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know, some people go to college and don't make that money.
For
man.
sure.
Some people work corporate jobs for years and don't make that money, especially part time.
Yeah, for sure. Now that's the, because the club hours are mainly like what?
10 to 2, 9 to 2, 10 to 4, shit like that. 4-5 hour gaps. So to make that kind of money part time
It's exceptional.
is exceptional. Now we just talking about the business side. We talking about what I do for the business, the households.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's exceptional for real. You know what I'm saying? That's different.
So 10 years in this shit.
14. Was it? No.
14 total?
14 total. 10 years as the man. Let me make sure I got my math right.
14 total years in the Chicago nightlife.
14 total years
10 years
as the face.
as the face of the Chicago nightlife. There's a rumor mill that's been swirling. The Chicago nightlife shit is very small. It's like a secret society, I always say. You know what I'm saying? It's like the, you know, Shaluminati or whatever. But there has been a rumor mill swirling, big dog. And, it, you know, some people may know, some people may not know. But there's been a rumor that's swirling that's probably sure to change the culture as we know it. And instead of just going with the rumor mill, I want to ask you, you know what I'm saying, personally, are we about to witness the end of an era?
Short,
I got a Mr. Guy.
I know, right? No,
Are we about to witness the end of an era?
Short answer is yeah, man.
So you're walking away from Chicago nightlife for good?
Short, like I say, short answer is yes. Short answer is yes.
Do y'all believe him? So, okay, so listen. You have those that'll say, our Tae company went bankrupt, or our hand.
Let's get that out. Let's get that out the way now. Yeah. Yeah.
What? After being in it so long, after perfecting everything it is to do inside this industry, after being at the top of the, why walk away right now from everything?
So I'm gonna tell you my thought process, right? And I'm glad you said that, because the Chicago rumor mill is ridiculous, especially in the nightlife industry, which is so small. And my only answer to that question is man, it's time. And I'll elaborate. And I want to reference Jordan after the 6th ring, right? You did everything you can do. You did everything you can do for a long time. The best, right? The very best consensusly amongst peers and people who can see you. I'd rather bow out, I'd rather step back, bow out unscathed 10 years at the top of the fucking food chain, right? Than to continue to dominate the industry, and then maybe I don't get to bow out how I want to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe I don't stay a year too long, or maybe I don't stay a month or two too long, right? Now I say 10 years because that's in my mind, and I didn't put, this wasn't I didn't get to year 7 and tell myself I'm gonna do 10 years, right? I woke up earlier this year, 2023, and it felt right. And I didn't even notice, because I looked at, time is moving so fast.
Yeah.
I looked up and say, man, I started this 10 years ago. And most people consider 10 years a milestone in any aspect.
Decade.
Marriage, job, whatever, business, 10 years, right? And I say, you know what, man? I might could call it after 10 years. And I thought long and hard, and I was like, you know what? 10 years sound good. Now, that's my reason. Now I will address what the what people will create.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
that's a big thing.
I'm getting the platform to say. So it's nothing about business or money or I'm trying to think of what other reason people can create. I mean, people can come up with anything.
Yeah.
I'm not like
I've seen it.
I'm not like moving out. I'm not moving away. Now, I mean, I can't even think of what people can create because their minds work different than mine do. But like, there's no reason, legal, not legal, personnel related, life. No, it's not. There's no negative related issue. It's just time, man.
Yeah.
It's just time. When you do something for a long enough time, at the level we've done it at, and I could say, you know what? I deserve to bow out on top. I deserve to step back.
Yeah.
I deserve, for everything I put in, I deserve to go out on my accord.
Yeah, on your terms.
On my terms. I deserve that. And that's what I want to do.
Will the culture be the same?
Absolutely not. I've had, so the few people, the rumor mill, as you say, the few people that have already came to me, I got people who have already said they done partying.
Yeah.
That won't be the same. I've had a group of owners attempt aggressively to sell their club.
So you had a group of owners because you were walking away from the game, say, fuck it, the game is over, we're going to sell the club there.
That's a true story.
Wow.
They said the group of owners would rather take the money that they've made with me at the helm
and go out on their own terms.
And go out on their own terms before they continue to open their doors without me and mine present.
Wow. That's something else, man. That's a great precedent. So with the culture shifting and the culture changing, what do you foresee for the nightlife in years to come with the climate of the way the city is now? And anyone in Chicago knows that it's getting more and more aggressive by the week, man. What is the solution, or not even someone the solution? What's a fair medium that can be negotiated between partygoers and the guardians of the nightlife going forward?
That's an excellent question, bro, and it's going to be rough. It's going to be really, really rough because you were there. I don't know if you was being incognito in this podcast. You was there from the beginning. Hey, if y'all don't know, B was there from the beginning.
Shout out to Big B.
He was there from the beginning of the rise of what we know today as Source One. Even before it was Source One on paper.
We was trapping.
When we were still trapping in the trenches, doing the worst work you could imagine. He was there from the beginning. So I'm gonna tell you like this: you seen what I had to do, firsthand. We got our respect in blood, man.
For sure. No exaggeration.
And I was about to say, I'm not trying to be funny
no exaggeration.
Or like I hate when people like a big bad wolf or he think this. No, I'm saying we got our respect in blood on every level, man. You couldn't have your way. Without swift and deadly consequences. You couldn't say what you want to say without those same swift and deadly consequences. You couldn't bug up without swift and deadly consequences. You just had to fall in line. And we had to condition this is, now imagine, prior to Source One, prior to being a legal company on paper and all that, right? When it was just Tae and team. We call it that, Tae and the team, right?
Sound good.
We conditioned niggas physically
in the lion's den.
In the lion, I mean, seriously. But enough of that has set the standard for what it is now. Now, once you condition that, and you see, so in Chicago, it's a try a person to see what they'll do city. Meaning, I got to lean on you to see how far I can push. And that's every single person ever. Every single party goer, every single man, they will do that, right? Well, let me lean on dude to see if we can have our way. And when you lean and you lean up against a brick wall and you see that they're not moving, respect is then earned, right?
Yeah.
So we earned our respect in the fire. And we just never budged since then. And then we took that respect and built rapports.
Okay.
And that's where Source One, and then as I took my name, because it went from Tae and Team to Source One, and then built my team and trained them and made my introductions and made sure that my team was also respected how I had to be.
For sure.
It created the dynasty, right?
Yeah.
Now, the answer to your question is this. Somebody gonna have to step up. I don't know if it's...
Are they? It's just safe to say those are fairly big shoes to fill.
Man, Andre the Giant, Shaq, Bigfoot, whoever. I mean, like size 22s. I don't know.
Can they be filled? Realistically, can they be filled? Come on, this the heat check, big dog. You left some big shoes to fill. You set a pretty high precedent.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna tell you why. When we was doing that, when we was trudging our way through the mud with how we did it, it wasn't the same climate that it is now.
This is true.
Now, I'm gonna be completely real. I'm gonna be a completely real person and say, if I had to trudge my way now, I might not be sitting at this podcast.
Right, it'd be a different.
It's just a different time.
Yeah.
When we was trudging our way through, switches wasn't in the city.
Yeah.
Everybody got. I'm speaking real. It's a heat check, right?
It's the heat check.
So what I'm saying now is that even still an option for the next person, right? Can they still earn their respect and a fire like we had to do?
No.
And I'm talking about for the people who gonna listen to this and think it's cap, or however you want to call it. Every single day, every single event, we'll say, every single party, we had to stand on somebody.
Yeah.
Every 2, 3, 4 times a night sometimes. It would go up, and niggas like, man, niggas ain't just letting you whoop them. Yes, they did, nigga. Somebody called it a graveyard. One of the guys, he say, man, Tae left a graveyard
Full of niggas.
that just refused to fall in line.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like 600-700 niggas in the graveyard
I'll give it that.
from that tenure of ascension, bro.
Yeah.
We got more calls from chiefs and block shot callers and whatever you want to call somebody. Man, we got to get up with dude. Let's meet right here. Niggas had to put Ray. We had to pull up on blocks.
Shout out Ray.
Shout out, man. Ray put up on a block with me. Like, what's up? Like, what we doing? It had got that deep. Now people say it's just security, right? Cool. That's cute. That's cute. But we was making something. We was setting the tone for something, and we knew what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, security. Yeah, you right. We just like everybody else outside the club. That shit don't mean nothing to me. I always say that. That shit across your chest, and some people take that way too seriously. Oh, I got security on my chest. I'm big. No, you'll die out there. But you got to be ready to do what you got to do regardless. You could die going to Walmart.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that the shoes can be filled. I think it'll be a massive gap. I do feel sorry for that particular group of players that I was referring to earlier. I truly feel for them, right? Because 95% of them won't get the same treatment they deserve or won't feel as comfortable partying. I got guys that only come party where I'm at, only. They'll say, well, Tae, are you working? Yeah, we there? No, we gonna chill. The guys that do spend money, some big money guys, it's gonna be rough for a minute, man. Maybe somebody step up. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Is that my concern? Fuck
Not
no.
at all. I mean, hence the reason why we walking away, right?
Yeah, I don't want the concern no more.
Wow. So 10 years, and at the height of it all, walk away like Mike. Well, let me first say personally, from a personal standpoint, congratulations.
Thank you, man.
You deserve all of the accolades that come along with what the precedents that you set on your way to the top, man. Like you said, I have had the opportunity to be there firsthand for a lot of that shit, man. And it is a pretty tough job. It's a tough, it's some tough shoes to fill. I had the opportunity to step into your position, your realm, your world for maybe like 4 months. And the crash course that came in that 4 months Like, nigga, he doing this shit for goddamn it 6, 7 years at this point. Like,
It's rough.
every weekend I was on pins and needles. I would spend the week preparing for the weekend and then dread the hour that I had to go be on. You know what I'm saying to you? Is that intense? But what I will say during those 4 months, and you can ask anyone that was a part of that, I absolutely modeled the whole formation of everything I had ever watched you do, everything I had ever known as far as the security and the guardian nightlife was supposed to go. I modeled everything after the way you set the precedent, big dog, and it was successful. So if you've been paying attention to this conversation, the blueprint is there. The instruction has been given.
The blueprint is there. I left a blueprint. I left a blueprint.
The blueprint is there. You know, whether you want to.
I'm gonna tell you what people need to take from the blueprint the most, and I ain't gonna even dig too deep. Fairness.
Yeah.
You have to be fair.
You can't pick sides.
You cannot pick sides. As close as the streets is to the clubs, it's always one and the same.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be fair. If you are not fair, your avenues and your venues will not be respected. And I'm gonna go and say to that, of course,
has that been a big tool in your
the biggest?
Yeah,
the biggest, because guess what? What's good for the goose at my shit is good for the gander.
Yeah.
If subject A can't get in with nothing, subject B can't be in with nothing. If whatever your affiliation is, concurrent to whatever
his affiliation,
whatever, or ours, however, friend, close friend, is Switzerland. The biggest, and for any aspiring next generation Tae, or whatever you want to call it, whoever the new face or whatever gonna be.
The shoe filler.
The shoe filler needs to hear this part right here. Be fair. Be firm but fair. Do not let no one can feel uncomfortable if somebody feel like they're getting the ups at your shit, it'll never be Switzerland.
It'll make you a target.
Be Switzerland. Switzerland, if you don't know what the point, the reference, be Switzerland. Switzerland is neutral in all wars and in all avenues. Be Switzerland. Don't let this guy get this guy at your spot, and don't let this guy get this guy because this your affiliation or this your homie from the hood. My own homies from the hood can't get the ups on nobody. Whether I've been on him 15 years or I just met you 15 minutes ago, be Switzerland. Or otherwise you will never be successful if you ain't Switzerland.
There you have it. So, my nigga, we walking away from club security, nightlife. What's next? What's next for you?
A vacation.
You gonna kick back?
About a month-long one.
Yeah.
Cut the phone off. Think about it. This thing been glued to my hand for years.
For sure.
Like you say, your 4-month stint, you had the whole week build up leading to the weekend.
Yeah.
Times that by 9.
Yeah.
'Cause I had 9 venues.
Yeah, absolutely.
Times that by 10 times the personnel.
Yeah.
With 2 or 3 times the legal issues. Couple all that into this motherfucker right here.
Cutting it off?
Cutting it off ain't the word. I might throw it in the ocean wherever I go. Drop it out the airplane on the way down.
Oh, shit.
I wanna take my first few weekends because it's gonna be in complete disarray, right?
Yeah.
From the ownership will be calling, the next shoe filler, whoever it may be, other security, the customers, the VIPs, even the wannabes, because I've been had this phone number since I was 16 years old. So I've had this phone number for over 15 years.
Will you still be reachable concerning club matters to these people?
I don't want to be. That's the point of going out. I got offered a pretty big salary to stay. I'm talking about on top of what I make, which is already very, very handsome.
Just to stick around.
Just to stick around. And if I was going to be accessible, I would have took it, right?
Right.
But to be out, because with my name and position, if I'm halfway in, I'm in.
You in? Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
If I got one foot in, I'm in.
Yeah, so you got to be all the way out.
Because people are too conditioned to saying, "Oh, well, we'll just holler at Tae." So I got to be out.
Oh, trust, I know. Trust, I know.
We'll just holler at Tae, but I got to be out.
Who is Tank?
Tank is my boxing persona. My original. Let me back up. My original boxing persona, right? My homie Chris Millie. Shout out Chris Millie.
Shout out Chris Millie.
He gave me the nickname Tank when we first started taking boxing seriously, because he said I was like steamrolling everybody. We would get sparring. I was just steamroll dudes, like just steamroll. That's my style. And he like, man, he say, man, fuck Tank. He say, fuck Tae. We gonna call you Tank. And Tank stuck for a very long time. But recently, over the last 4 or 5 fights, I changed from Tank. I changed my persona from Tank because I messed with Gervonta Davis.
Shout out Gervonta.
I messed with Gervonta Davis, and he's Tank.
Correct.
And I'm like, you know what? I mess with him. I don't want to be Tank. You know, I steamroll. He a fucking Tank for real. I said, we got a similar style. Cool. He can be Tank. So I changed my persona, my fight persona. I'm now the handsome heavyweight.
The handsome fucking heavyweight.
The handsome heavyweight,
Oh,
baby.
wow.
That's
So
what
for
they call
those that don't know, but if you know, the guy we sitting there talking to, he has ventured out into the world of professional athletics, man. So how many fights have you had so far?
I'm 13-0 professional.
13-0 professional fights. Emphasis on the O. So now you get paid to knock niggas out still.
Still.
You know what I'm saying? Minus the fucking lawsuits.
Minus the backlash of it.
Minus the backlash.
Minus the backlash.
What made you want to be a professional athlete?
Man, I don't even want to sit here and cap with you like that old story. I always wanted to be a boxer. Nah, man. We lucked up on boxing. We lucked up on professional boxing. Truth be told, man, this is the first time anybody gonna ever hear this public. My gym people know it. I started boxing as a way to lose weight. I had took a couple tours back to back, and if anybody know anything about touring, you gain a lot of weight because your time is not your own.
Yeah.
You're on the artist time, and I had blew up. I got real big, like 360, big stomach. You remember? I was fat in the face, so I took 2 tours back to back. And I came back, I was real fat. I'm like, yo, I'm fat as shit. So I went to a boxing gym, lose some weight. I'm a fierce and vicious competitor by nature. Anybody who know me know that. I gotta win, I'm a winner. As I'm working out, my original trainer, Big Dog, Kelvin Richardson, he's working me out, losing weight. We just losing weight. As I'm steady doing my little girl workout exercises, I'm peeking over at the boxers, and I'm over here doing these fat boy exercises. I keep peeking.
That bitch.
Then getting it in, I'm peeking over here. You know, a couple weeks in, I'm still peeking. A couple more weeks, now my head turned. I'm like, hey, man, what they doing?
Right. All right.
What they doing
I
over
can
here?
do that.
Yeah. So another week or 2 in, I'm like, man, let me try that. And the way Big Dog train is, he like that. He's a vicious competitor too. So he like, you want to try? You want to be a dog? He believe in dog eat dog. He's an old school dog eat dog kind of guy. And he's like, yeah, you want to try it? And I did it. And got in there, got whooped up, touched up a little bit. I said, hey, wait, I can do this. And that's funny as funny as that sound. That's how boxing started. Then we go from training, boxing now. Now we boxing training, boxing training. Now we boxing. Now we fighting, amateur fight, this and that. Okay, now we winning. We say, oh, wait a minute. Now we
Might
winning.
have something here.
Now we do a little something. We winning now. So we continue to win, right? End up with a King of the Jungle national title. I say, well, wait a minute. I ain't supposed to have this. I wasn't supposed to beat this guy. Now we do it again. Fast forward, I'm going to fast forward through some of the boring stuff. Now we professional. Now I'm over here at Sam Kelowna.
Shout out Sam's gym.
Shout out Sam, man, my trainer. My customato. Now we turning pro. We say, wait a minute, I ain't supposed to be pro. I'm just doing this for a hobby. Let's just see what happened. I win. It might have been the flu. I win again. Well, he wasn't that good. I win again. Well, he was actually good, but maybe he had a bad day. Now I win again. Wait a minute, let's get you a real test in here. 5th fight. I win again. Now I ain't supposed to beat this guy. This is the guy that stops the show, right? This is the guy that turns it back to a hobby.
Showstopper.
Yeah, this is the guy that say, all right, go back to the
This
fat
the
boy.
dog,
Yeah. Hey, clean sweep. I win again. I say, wait a minute, now we sitting down. Then everybody having a meeting. Well, what we doing? Hold on, man. I'm just having fun. What's going on? You weren't supposed to beat that dude.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't? That was easy. We know it was easy. That's why we talking. It shouldn't have been that easy for you. Now fast forward, they put an Olympian in front of me. Very, very, very highly rated fighter. Going in and take care of my business. I beat him.
Win again.
Then they say, well, wait a minute. That ain't right. We'll rematch him. Beat him again. This time worse. They say, all right, hold on. Now this is at the point all the phone calls start.
Yeah.
Ring. Hey, man, we need to talk to you. Let's fly you here. Let's fly you here. We want to talk to you. We sent you an email. How's this offer look? Couple more wins is where I'm at now, 13-0. I'm ranked number 15 in the world as a heavyweight.
Damn.
And it's crazy because it was a fat boy camp, turn hobby, turn professional, turn to now we dead ass serious.
Could it be just that competitive edge that's in you?
For sure.
Is it fair to say, in the words of Kobe, you're looking to be a different animal, yet the same beast as something
Absolutely.
else?
I got to win because
Yeah.
I got to do everything I do at the highest level.
Yeah.
And I'm not stepping away from nightlife security because of boxing, because I'm able to balance them both.
Okay.
That's still what it is. It's just time. But now I got a chance to excel at something brand new. I got a chance to excel at something I ain't even supposed to be excelling at. At the age and time or whatever I got in it. Mm-hmm. I got guys that's been in boxing 10 years longer than me that ain't got the wins, the level, and the ranking that I got right now.
So you in that motherfucker just dog and shit.
On
accident.
On accident. That's what on accident.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm knowing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm not knowing I'm not supposed to beat these caliber of guys.
Yeah.
I'm steamrolling them.
So what may seem like work for somebody else is cakewalking for you, and then all of a sudden, ching, the bells go off. Oh, we got
Bells
something
going
here.
off. I probably got the number one. Actually, I can say that. I got an offer. You know, I don't want to say it out. I don't want to say it out. I got an offer from probably the number one boxing promotional company in the business right now. They got to see me. They sending me a flight to go talk to them.
So you on your way now to go sit down with one of
a big fish, the biggest fish.
the biggest fish.
Because now they want to talk turkey. Because now they saying, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, you on the radar. You know what I'm
see you
saying?
now.
They see me. So like I say, people always say, well, how I started boxing, and I've never given anybody the true story. There it is, right there, exclusive. True. That's actually two exclusives today.
Big dog went to fat boy camp
Fat boy count.
and turned to a heavyweight champ.
Hey, that's dog straight up though.
Yeah.
That's the true story,
That's-
man. I lucked up, and when I lucked up, I just accidentally made my way to a world rated, undefeated world ranked professional, man. Just because I got to be a winner, man.
Yeah.
Everything I do, I got to excel at it.
I witnessed it. Well, we're going to hit the mayor with some of these heat check questions. Since we've been so professional, let's dig into the big dog. I did my personal life a little bit.
I might got to put my head on for the heat check.
So dig
My
this.
thinking cap.
Name one thing toxic that you must absolutely have in your life.
Toxic.
Something that you know, something or somebody's whatever. Something toxic that you just got to have.
Whew. Something toxic that I got to have.
You know it's not good for you. You know you shouldn't have it. Or shouldn't be doing it. Either or. But you got to.
Oh. Man, I'm gonna take the easy way out on this one, man. I like honey buns. I ain't supposed to have honey buns. I'm gonna take the easy way out. Hey, I'm gonna take the easy way out on
You
that
bobbing and weaving. Here we go.
Yeah. Woo, defense nice.
All right, here we
but
go.
I ain't supposed to have no honey buns, and I love
Okay.
the honey buns. I'm gonna cop out on that one.
Can friends have a sexual relationship and still maintain regular friendship?
Absolutely,
It's possible?
100%, and 100%.
No. No. And what? Elaborate.
No, I mean,
Of course, we asked these questions to a couple of people. Some people say it is. Some, we had Stacy say, "God damn it, shit. Once you fuck up, welcome to death row. Ain't no lovers and friends."
Nah, man, 100% can be done, and I'm not just answering that from a male's perspective. It's female friends that can have a strictly platonic relationship involving sex and all that, and just remain friends. It's about control, feelings, respect, all of that.
Yeah, but if you smacking this motherfucker and you going like, can she really or can he really keep those feelings intact?
Yes.
Say less. Say less. Okay. We know we men. Testosterone driven. Machismo. If you were given advice during sex, would you be offended?
Fuck no. Everybody know how they want to be pleased.
For sure.
Everybody.
So it wouldn't bother your ego.
Oh, hell
if she was
no.
like, that ain't it. Do this or.
I want to maximize her enjoyment as well as my own.
For sure.
If you got some shit that you want like to be done to you,
Yeah.
absolutely tell me, man, quarterback me right to that shit.
On a more personal side, what are your thoughts on dissing the dead?
I think it's corny, man. I think it's corny. I think it's beat up already. Cool. It might have been an entry to drill rap back then, or way in, or what was popular back then. But I think that shit is overdone, corny, and it just got to be somebody that's going to shut it down. I just think it's corny.
Is peace in Chicago possible?
This generation, no, but possible. Next generation, possibly.
Does the music perpetuate the street violence in Chicago?
Absolutely. It's the biggest perpetuator. The biggest.
The social media play a part?
The second biggest.
Okay.
Because it is an outlet to that same music.
Okay. In club life, should promoters take accountability for some of their crowds?
Yes. You know who you're promoting to, and you know what's good for where you know what should be, you know what's safe and what's, any promoter that's claiming they're oblivious to the streets shouldn't be promoting.
For sure.
You should know what's going on with your base. Some people are good with that, but see now promoting has gotten so saturated. Promoters just promote to whoever want to come. There is no base no more. There's a select, like a guy like Lux Group, Chris, Emil, that whole core of promoters, they got a base, and you see their base. You can recognize their base. Like Ade and Jafar and Sigma Chris, they got a base, and I respect them for building their base and protecting their base, because they go hard for their base.
Yeah.
They make sure their base is treated right and blah, blah, blah. Other promoters just promote to whoever want to come.
Yeah.
Like they put this flyer out.
They just want to fill the room.
They just want to fill the
Do some
room.
numbers.
It's no base.
Yeah.
It's no. Some people, I'm gonna reference those same core groups, Sigma, Chris, and all those guys. They know everybody in their party. Like me, I know every guy. I'm throwing parties now, whatever.
Yeah.
I know every goddamn person in my party. And if I don't know you, unless I get a different feed off you probably ain't getting in my party, because I'm building my base. That's my base. I know every table that book with me. I know every girl that want to go on the flyer. And if you want to book a table, I'm asking, are you booking for you or somebody else? I'm controlling who comes to my events.
So will we see you in some capacity or another in the Chicago nightlife, just not in security?
I thought that would be a very twisted, dark turn. To me, I think that's a slap in the face, right?
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Promoting is fruitful. You can make money, especially when you can fill a room and you got access to the venues that I got access to, because every single venue will open their door for me, right? But I think that'd be awfully petty for me to just pack your house up and I ain't your security.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm playing with that one.
Okay.
I'm playing with that one.
You got one phone call left in life, man. Who you dialing?
One phone call left in life.
The last conversation you'll have. Who you gonna talk to? Who you want to talk to?
Who do I want to talk to for my last phone call?
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll do this. We won't say last phone call. We'll use it as a lifeline. If you had to use one phone call to one person as a lifeline, who would you dial?
See, that changes it though, right?
That's why, yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to answer both.
Okay.
My last phone call, I'm going to say this one first. My lifeline phone call will probably be to my dad, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to say because
Pops.
to Pops, because
Okay.
of his resources. Obviously, when you say lifeline, I need something.
Absolutely.
He can go do it, get it done, have it, right? I didn't say mom because mom gonna cry.
Yeah.
She gonna break. Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, I
she
need
gonna
you to
get,
act, not
I
react.
need my pops gonna get on it. Hey, you need this. pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
His network is as big as
reach is
mine.
far.
As big as mine. I'm his son. His network is just big. He's gonna call. So if Lifeline gonna be Pops. Last phone call. Chicago niggas gonna hate me for this. I'm probably gonna call my baby mama, man. Because I gotta.
Why would Chicago niggas hate you?
Because Chicago niggas hate their baby mama.
Yeah.
They hate them.
That's the last bitch I want to talk to.
All right, but I'm gonna say
Yeah.
why. It ain't for any other reason than I wanna lay down instructions for everything. I want to lay down instructions for the future, for every goddamn thing that needs to be done for my prosperity.
Yeah.
And that's why. And I battle with it in my head between mom and baby mom, but I have to know mom has lived her life already.
Absolutely.
She is where she at, comfortable, we're gonna do it like that, but I got prosperity. I got youth that I gotta look out for. So it'll probably be her.
Okay. You done made your last 2 calls. Now it's time for your last supper, big dog. It's 5 seats at this table. You sitting in one of them. There's 4 people that's invited to sit at this table and break bread with you for your last supper. Fill those 4 seats from me.
Whew.
Y'all listening? Don't take
Damn.
none of this shit personal.
That's heavy. Yeah,
You got 4 seats, big dog.
Only 4?
Only 4.
Family included?
Family included.
Oh, that's real rough.
Family, friends, resources, associates.
There's
Only 4 seats. And obviously these 4 seats are big. This is you are in damn near the place of well, not blasphemous, but is mimicking the replica like of the Last Supper.
Right.
So
I get it.
Jesus had his disciples at his, you know what I'm saying, Last Supper. So you got 4 seats sitting with you to break your last bread with you, for you to leave whatever you got to leave. This going to the world. They're going out to the world to, you feel what I'm saying, to you. Who are those 4 people?
That's tough. I gotta go first seat. First seat, again, man, if we talking resourcefulness, I gotta give a seat to Pops.
Pops got 1 seat. We got 3 left.
Because he gonna get it done. His reach is far.
Gotta have that resource.
If I need Pops to run down something, he gonna do it. So my Pops gonna cover the family. I gotta say Pops gonna cover the fam. I'm gonna give his instruction. Pops, you take care of the fam. Second, again, daughter, baby mama gotta go get a seat because she gotta cover my prosperity, right? Third seat. My brother Free gonna have to get a seat. My brother Free.
Shout out Free.
My brother Free get a seat.
Free, you made it to the table.
Yeah, because Free gonna handle all the business that I need to handle for the friends in the streets and everything else, man. Free gonna stand on some business for me and always have, man. That's my brother. Free gonna get a seat. 4th seat, man. 4th seat. This is gonna be tough. Not personal, nobody. I'm just thinking strategically. This is the hottest question. I'm sweating under this motherfucker. Look, I'm thinking strategic, man. Pops got the fam. Baby mama got my fam.
Free got the business.
Free got the business, the streets, the friends, the guy. Man, my 4th chair gotta go to. Man, I'm gonna leave somebody out there gonna be mad at the motherfucker.
That's the purpose of it being the heat check. We're gonna stir the pot just a little bit.
Nah, man, my 4th seat probably go to Deshaun, man.
Shout out Prototype.
Yeah,
that was an excellent.
Yeah,
that was
you
great.
You know what?
That
Because
was great.
he is as strategic as they come, man. He gonna handle the same. For whatever stuff that Free can handle in my life, he got the keys to. They split it with me, man.
That was great. You did that nice.
Yeah, I was up here thinking,
that was
thinking
nice.
cap. But just like I watch out for my brothers, I make sure that they got my avenues in line too. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
dope.
Then my 4th season, goddamn, that was hard. That was hard.
Hey, man, this has been season 3, episode 12. We got deep down into it with the mayor. He leaving the game, becoming a professional athlete. You also a landlord now, huh?
Well, I've been a landlord. I got
Real estate development going on?
real estate development. Oh yeah, we didn't get on that. Yeah, that's another thing I'm doing too heavy. I'm heavy in the real estate development department, but that's, you know what I'm saying,
That's neither here nor
that's
there.
neither here nor there,
That's
you
just
know.
something else I'm gonna practice and be great at.
Yeah. I'm gonna be the best at that. Give me another year, but I got buildings. I'm developing. I'm gonna make a whole lot of noise in that too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate the sit down, big dog.
For sure.
I don't want to hold you up even more. I'm your boy, Prophet Rothstein. This is Chicago's Mayor of the Streets, Mayor Tae, and we at Sam's Boxing Gym. We're going to catch you next time.
For sure, y'all.
Black cheese, you get your boobin' butt down, you get your clapping, you get your Twitter-gram line, get your snaps in, the car crackers and the bonus, all the stacks in, make sure your tracks in.